Assalamu alaikum, good evening, welcome to 9 p.m. English News, Point Live Party General, the headlines for tonight. RBB Youth League celebration of the Congress revitalization of National Youth League from the People's Coalition Party. International news: the United States and Russia shows their antagonists on the Iran recall. That was the headlines, and now welcome to the national news. Revitalization to the Congress was this morning in the Djiboutian youth were gathered at the People's Place during a Congress entitled Revitalization of the Youth National League, placed under the high patronage of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Gili.
It was this morning that the Djiboutian youth were gathering at the People's Palace during a congress entitled Revitalization of the Youth National League, placed under the high patronage of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Gili. After the arrival of the guests and participants, the ceremony has begun with songs and musical animation. The Vice President of the RPP visited the various stands before entering to the big room filled with the youth followers. The national anthem has been preceded by the Holy Quran lecture to conclude the first part. Then the high-ranking guest of the Popular Party for Progress took the floor for their speech. Among them were the Secretary General of the National Youth League, Diria Hashi, the Popular Party for Progress Secretary General, the Mr. Ilyas Musa Douale, as well as the speech of the Vice President of the party, Mr. Abdul Qadir Kamil. After the diverse speech, the President arrived. He was welcomed by the high-ranking officials of the party and members of the Parliament. Besides the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Gili, President of the RPP and the top officials, the members of the government, parliamentarians, diplomatic corps representative, the international organization, the senior executive and dignitaries of the country, as well as the delegate of the National Youth League, were part of this event.
The event that brings us together today is an opportunity to reinvigorate a structure that has shown signs of stagnancy before gradually sinking into lethargy. This structure has a long history with its events that the Congress we are organized today must be an essential element they need to breathe new life into this internal body has been underlined on many occasions.
The events that bring us together today is an opportunity to reinvigorate a structure that has shown signs of sluggishness before gradually sinking into lethargy. This structure has a long history with its event that the Congress that we are organizing today must be an essential element. The need to breathe new life into the internal body has been underlined on many occasions. The latest was the Popular Party for Progress Summer School, which has been held in September. It is this task that we are working today on it without further delay.
Media comrades say the youth minister is our health, it's the champ and the foundation of our hopes for development and well-being.
My dear comrades, our young are our wealth. It is a lifeline and the foundations of our hope for development and the well-being of the country. It is now known, and this is a fact, the economic progress inevitably passed through the development of the human capital. The youth are the capital in which we have to invest in it for the future of our country. We must invest and promote in these ambitions, in its dream, because they are the future. They are our future, and what we are building today will be for the youth of tomorrow. The youth must believe in the development of their country. They must dare. They say fortune smile to those who dare. The youth should be involved in the affair of the city. The youth must dare to be generous by investing themselves in the charity and community activities for the sake and the well-being of those in need.
Please listen the Vice President's speech.
By following the various recommendations and complaints resulting from the summer university, it was question of revitalization of this league. This National Youth Forum fit into the framework by giving the different actors the opportunity to discuss the life of the party, the issues of the moment, and its perspective. I think that the new restructuring of the league is the epitome of this dynamism, renewal and rigor that our party symbolize. Better still, the current form of the league meets the expectations of the young people who did not find their place which suit the positions of responsibilities in the political agenda. This recondition allowed the emergence of young people who want to express themselves by bringing new ideas essential for the development of the country. Today, the Popular Party for Progress has found favor with young people of all categories because its policy and its founding text make the renewal of the country's political and governing class a linchpin.
The President of the Republic who took the floor for this prominent event defined the various essence of the Popular Party for Progress and the sole purpose. Let us listen to the speech of the head of state.
Here I'm seeing on the banners the term recondition progress. The word recondition means for me to rebuild, to recreate. Know also that our party is based on three keywords, namely popular, gathering, and progress. This morning we'll talk about the profound meanings of these three keywords. Our party did not start from a popular gathering. This gathering itself came from a group of men and women who were from a long-term preparation. This one has meshed a unit. This unit has promised to start a sustainable progress, a progress that continues to this day. As for the youth, they are the backbone of the party. The term recondition is not appropriate in our case because it literally means that a youth is in debacle, a youth which is in destruction, and this state of fact is unacceptable. Personally, I refuse the term recondition. I prefer the term revitalization. You have certainly heard these last days of a dialogue between the youth who comes from the Youth League itself. This dialogue will take place in the coming weeks, and it is the whole nation that is concerned, whose youth is an integral part of the party. We have just quote here a list of people who are members of the National Youth League and who are part of the committee in charge of the revitalization of this league itself. You have told us that it is just a transition period. Well, we hope that this election will follow. The youth must ask themselves many questions such as, what can I do for my nation, for my country fellow men, for my parents, and for those who are in need? What is the level of development of my country? That is what my parents expect from me, and what does my country expect from me? When the youth is united in one and as the same unit, they become stronger. A youth in which confidence reigns, fraternity with the same objective, that abandons tribalism, that refuse to listen to those who tell them you are from such tribe, and so on. The youth were at the forefront of the struggle for the independence, and they must stay ahead. It is through your trust in us that we work. Female are flawless support for the country. They have always been at the forefront of progress. If I may to propose a name for the Youth League, I would say Progressive Young People. This name would allow you to always keep in mind the word progress, which means men and women united and moving forward. Popular mean the people. They are a unit, not two-step, not three, and not four. This unit generates national unification. Unity is also a country, but also a nation.
The President of the Republic continued in his speech talking to the youth, emphasizing that they should be working for the national interest for the sake and the betterment of their country, more informed in his speech.
The particular interest should be put aside and the common interest should be emphasized. The interest at the national level, we will have to think about the future of the country by intensifying values like forgiveness. Each one of us must contribute to the building of the country without lying to ourselves, without pride. We strive every day to create jobs for the youth. In order for you to acquire an adequate job, you will have to study today. It is possible in the field of professional artistic, university or linguistic, but also art. It is up to you to make effort. As for the party, it is the forum for discussions of dialogue. It's up to you to appreciate the meaning of the name RPP. I suggest you choose this day as a memorable and historical day. I prefer that you call this day the Revitalization Day. Other tasks that you should be involved are in the different campaign that we are currently conducting across the country physically and morally. The more you both have as young people, the old as us, we have the spirit but not the vitality. May God bless you and let our country live as it goes forward, and may its voice reach beyond the borders.
The President of Somaliland, Mr. Musa Bihi, has begun an official visit of 48 hours in the Republic of Djibouti. About his arrival, he was greeted by the Foreign Affairs Minister of Djibouti. Subsequently, the President of Somaliland had a private interview in the Ampoli International Airport Hall of Honor with the head of state, His Excellency Mr. The President of Somaliland will stay for 48 hours in the Republic of Djibouti. At the end of the tour in the locality of the Arto region, the Minister of National Education, Minister Mustafa Mohammed Mahmoud, visited all the schools in the city of Arta.
In the localities of the region in Arta, the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mr. Mustafa Mohammed Mahmoud, visited all the schools in the city of Arta. The ministerial delegation visited successfully the bilingual school known as Al-Haj Hassan Guled School, the General Education High School and the Hotel School. The minister and his delegation have had fruitful exchange with the educational community and the parents of students, as well as with the representative of the civil society. And all the pedagogical and administrative questions were raised, but also the extracurricular activities have been on the agenda during their discussion. Positive achievements and measures in the directions of quality of school have been applauded by the educational community. At Arta General High School, the minister spoke with the parents and teachers. He emphasized the absolute necessity of joining the effort of parents and the educational community in order to strengthen the quality of learning.
The Minister of Labor responsible for the administration reform has inaugurated the original branch of the NFP in Al Sabia region.
Labor in charge of the administration reform has inaugurated a regional branch of the NFP in the region of Al Sabih. The minister, along with the director of this agency for the promotion of employment, Mr. Hussein Ismail Aden, and the USAID representative, was warmly welcomed in the headquarters of the regional council by the prefect of the region, Mr. Mohamed Waberi Asowi, and the presidents of the regional body, Mr. Omar Ahmed Wais, national and regional elected officials, customary chief, and active women of the civil society, and many other young people from the region had also participated in this reception. On the spot, the minister inaugurated the office belonging to the ANAFIP, which are part of the premises of the regional council. Personalities from all social categories took part in it. As for the ANAFIP director, Hussein Ismail Aden announced that the main cause of unemployment among our young people is the lack of professional training. To fill up the gap preventing the professional integration, this agency will soon provide multiple training to many unemployed young people in the region.
And from the international news, the United States and Russia shows their antagonist on the Iran recall at the Security Council meeting on Iran on Friday. The United States accused the Tehran regime of flouting the rights of the people, while Russia denounced interference by the USA. The United States and Russia on Friday displayed the division over Iran during a controversial Security Council meeting on the country, where the government organized a day of a new demonstration in favor of Iran in 2018. We will not remain silent, urged the U.S. ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, justifying his demand on Tuesday of emergency meeting of the Security Council, which caused disagreement between his 15 members. That's it for tonight's news. Thanks for being with us and have a wonderful evening.